Hi, what's up guys? Today I would like to show you a Vanquished Soul deck post September banlist. So when the banlist dropped, I was at locals and I playtested this deck, and I had different builds with me because I was pretty unhappy with the bricking of this deck. So I tried different versions, and when the banlist dropped, I immediately changed the deck post banlist because I had all the necessary cards with me, so I could playtest couple games with it. So the deck is not that, but it's not really good because losing 4 starters hurts a lot. Especially Raisin, because it's a fire, it's a starter, and it's a normal summon, so the deck had problems with bricking previously, and now it will be even worse. So I try to replace these cards with other fire cards and other starters. So let's go into the deck. I show you how I build it. So let's go. 1 Raisin, unfortunately. 3 Medlaw. So these are the starters. 3 Holisu, this can be a starter with right attribute in hand. 3 Jowlong. So it's, I think post banlist this is necessary to play 3 because it's a fire and it's a Vanquished Soul monster. Previously you could test with 2. I tried to play even 1, but I went back to playing 3 because it's a fire and it works really well with the K9s to special summon from hand. 1 Heavy Burger and 1 Scissor Wheels. So these are the bricks without other cards, so only 1 of each. Next, for the spells and traps, 1 Stake Your Soul. Also this card is limited. 1 Vanquished Soul Start and 1 Snow Devil. And for the K9s, 3 Joko, 3 Izuna, 1 Opus, 1 Lantern, Case of K9 and 1 Force Release. So I tried to play more K9 heavy build previously with 2 Case of K9 and 2 Chaotic Elements, but with only K9s, if I don't open a Vanquished Soul starter, the end board is pretty weak with only 2, or if my opponent enters me 3 rank 5 monsters, my opponent can break it with the engine, so the deck really shines if we open the Vanquished Soul starters. And these cards only supplement it's a supplement engine and cannot breach into Vanquished Souls. So next I tried the Rescuers package, and after a banlist this is pretty much mandatory, just to with the impulse special summon the fire attacker from deck, and if my opponent search a card, I can just activate the effect of fire attacker and draw 2 and discard 1. So it can fix my hand, and also these cards are fires. And pretty much every deck search on with monster effects, so they cannot really play around it. So for example, Yami search with Capsi, Vanquished Soul search on summon with Medlaw and Raisin, and also the Dracotel search. So pretty much every deck search on normal summon. Next, so for the consistency cards, 1 Reinforcement Army, Pot of Prosperity, and 2 Small World. So these are the cards that helps me to get into my Vanquished Soul starters, and also we can count Phantasme, because this card also can fix my hands and also draw me into my Vanquished Soul cards. And also it by changing cards in my hand. I can draw into hand traps going second, and most decks play links. After the ban list, I think the Yummy deck will be probably the best deck of the format, especially after two more dimensions, and deck plays links, so Snatch is a link, so Phantasma is pretty much live almost every game, almost every matchup. And the small bots, it's pretty easy to bridge between the engines, because with any level 5 we can banish Jiaolong in deck, for example, and search Raisin. So, and Prosperity can dig for the missing cards that we need. This card only crashes with Burger, but we only play one copy. And also nice thing about Reinforcement Army with the Rescue Ace cards is that this is also a warrior, so it's a if we have only one Raisin and we get into it and draw with it Reinforcement Army, we can get another fire. And for the non-engine, other non-engine, we play 3 Fuvalos and 3 Ash. And that's it for the main deck. 40 cards. This deck cannot really go with more than 40. Next, 2 Rock of the Vanquisher, 1 Esprit Knight, pretty much standard. Some players play 3. It can be nice to have a third rock, but instead of the third rock, instead of the Paradise Smasher, I put different card in here. So next, 1 Vanquish Soul Rocks. So this is a nice way to upgrade my Vanquish Soul monsters, and especially put this card on Holy Sue and get rid of back row or some problematic cards. And also it's a way to turn the rock into Vanquish Soul Rocks and into Zeus. Next, for the K9s, 2 Reaper, 1 Werewolf. I like to play 2 copies of Reaper. One is for the first turn combos, and second one is really nice to have as a turn 3 to prevent my opponent from hand trapping me when I try to kill my opponent, or if I play through a board, usually my opponent have some grave or hand interruption. Next, I play a Nash Tide package, so with the Masquerades. I only play 1 Nash Knight because I don't really have a space for a second one. I try to play a second, but I like the other extra deck options. Next, Valon, another interruption, and Imperial Princess Queen Query. So I really like this card in this deck because it helps me to get a second Vanquished Soul monster on my field when I have a field spell. So and the field spell needs 2 Vanquished Soul monsters to set a trap. If I need to overlay 2 of my Vanquished Soul monsters into Reaper to search my K9s, I can turn my K9s later that turn into Queen Query, and with Queen Query special summon back either Jiaolong or Holy Sue to have a second name. And also this card can be really nice against K9 decks, because I can revive back one of my opponents, for example Joko, or during the except the if I play the mirror to special summon back, for example Jiaolong or Holy Sue from my opponent's grave, because it can also special summon from opponent's grave. And the last 2 cards are Typhoon and Zeus. And that's it for the extra deck and deck profile. Let me know in the comments what do you think about the ban list, about the deck, and how are you going to play this deck moving forward. That's it for today. Thanks for watching and see you next time.